Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently watching the war between the Bellmakosins and the Euthonians, which should have called in the entire allied interlinked systems. And yes, that does indeed appear to be the case. Now the Bellmakosins are winning this war, and this is good for us. We just need to decide which of these two we want to coattail war at the end. Right now is not the time to do that. We are working on getting our alloys back up. We're also still working on upgrading central processing and making sure that our gateway here is good to go. That will be important if we're going to fight the Bellmakosins anyway. We don't, strictly speaking, know which one we're going to fight just yet. But it will be one of those. The Merrimack should be capable at this point. Oh, hello. Energy weapon damage, sure. We'll take energy weapon attack speed next. The Merrimack is ready to construct, and is there anywhere over here to construct? Yes, actually. We can go ahead and build ourselves a habitat right here, and so we shall. Now that does eat up a lot of influence, but that's okay. The Orinoco is in position over here to construct a sentry array, but we're not in a huge rush on that because we do have two going right now, two megastructure constructions. And actually, there's the armored hull of the Strategic Coordination Center complete. Now housing the absolute cream of our military command, it is virtually impregnable. Secure and concentrated, they're able to devote their every waking hour to planning how best to conquer the galaxy. Excellent. And so we will go ahead and upgrade that. So as you can see here, we are getting naval cap, starbase cap, as well as defense platform cap and sublight speed. We're going to continue upgrading that. That defense platform cap, of course, means that we can build more defense platforms, and so let's go ahead and do exactly that. We're just spamming out these Farpoint class defense platforms, but that should be fine. That'll be a good use of our alloys for right now. And we can make these a little bit more durable. I mean, it's not going to do a ton, but it'll be fine. So we'll just go through all of these, and you can see our alloys are dropping precipitously. That's not to be... that's actually fairly expected, because this is going to end up costing about 2,000 per station. That's only 2 months worth of alloys, though, and I think that that is overall very worthwhile. Okay, so we are now on the Cador station, and that's as much as we can get done. So that's fine. We will work our way up once we can. Let's check in on our worlds here. Actually, this station requires housing as well as a job. I'm going to go for site revitalization centers and a habitation district to fill that. Now, this is allegedly a trade station, but it's actually a scientific station. So we're going to switch that over to a research station. And we require a job here. I believe this is also set up to be a research station. So we will put in simply a research lab. Excellent. Anything else? Yes, this factory world needs a job, so you know what that means. An industrial district. Now, we're going to start running into some issues as we fill out these districts, but that'll be fine for now. That'll get that job done, and let's hop back down to the Cador station. And we have almost enough to get this done. We're going to need to wait for 1 month tick here. We can see that the Euthonians are attacking down over here. Yeah, we want to invite them in. That'll be fine. And with the Euthonians attacking down over here, that definitely makes things interesting for us. Let's check in on that war. The Bellmakosins are still winning. Okay. I'm not sure where exactly. Maybe over here? Regardless, we're going to want to declare a war on one of these two. For sure, once we're done with this. Or once they're done with their war, rather. And fairly quickly. In fact, quite quickly. I want to get that Star Fortress upgrade going ASAP. We'll also get a hangar bay and a gun battery. And we're going to need a target uplink computer and a communications jammer. And we're going to do something kind of like this. Oh, that's awkward. I don't want that to scroll necessarily, but I guess it's fine. There we go.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, loader efficiency, sure. Let's go for... This is cheapest. We don't really use explosive weapons, but it'll be fine. We're definitely seeing the Bellmakosa lose some ground here. The attackers are up to 42% war exhaustion, though, so it must be elsewhere that they are fighting and losing. Saboki consciousness over there. Because it is the attackers... Oh, hello. +5 alloys. Up over here. That's fine. Let's actually go grab that with the Orinoco. We'll build a mining station there, and then we will pop back over here afterwards. Excellent. We also almost have our Juggernaut done. That's great. That, of course, works as a mobile shipyard. So that will be wonderful for us. They're definitely taking losses over here. Okay. But it is definitely the Bellmakosa who are winning this war, because the attacker war exhaustion is 44%. Yeah. That's definitely the case. The construction of the impressive Juggernaut has been completed. This mobile behemoth changes the paradigm of offensive warfare entirely. It can construct and repair ships on the front line and is equipped with devastating firepower, allowing for a ceaseless assault of those who dare stand against us. Only fools will oppose the Ethiopian Empire now. Indeed. Now, we can only have one Juggernaut, and we can't go after Titans because we didn't choose to pursue that route. That's fine. We do have an available envoy, so there is that. What do we want to do with it, though? Honestly, I don't really want to do too much with it. I do want to get our Juggernaut. Where does our Juggernaut even show up in the outliner these days? Oh, just the ISS Kunlun. Okay. So we're going to move that over to Sol for now. It's not going to be particularly useful in the Sol system. We're going to need to move it, obviously. But we're going to move it over there, and it'll act as a mobile lab for us. Or rather, a mobile shipyard. And we'll have access to a lot of ship production. So let's go up to the Kador station here. Make sure that this was all queued up. Indeed it was. We'll queue up a bunch for central processing, and then we'll work our way through these bastions. We're only going to be able to get 3 done here. In fact, for right now, I'm going to cancel all these Farpoint class defense platforms for central processing station. This is not necessary at this time. We have other constructions to do there, and I'd rather these alloys get put to use up this way.
Construction complete.
So that'll be great. We finished up at Enif, so we're getting +5 additional alloys. That'll also be fine. And now we need a little bit more for Hokri Station. That'll be fine too. So we're going to upgrade these and get some decent defenses over here. Not a ton of defensive capacity, but it's enough to maybe ward off some smaller fleets. And that's the idea there. How long on our gateway construction site? Still about 400 days. Now that's interesting. The Marish Watchers just declared war on the Yan Company. That's this fallen empire over here. Doing a holy purge. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I didn't expect that in the slightest. They must be trying to purge them out of here. Interesting. Regardless, we are seeing the Bellmakosa push in over here. That's good. We do kind of want to see the Allied interlinked systems get pushed back a peg here so that we can declare our own war. The question is, where would we go in? And the answer is Tanafir. We should build an upgrade here, and then I'm going to take the Orinoco over here, and we're going to begin work on another gateway over here. We're lacking 5 alloys for that. That's fine. We'll have those in a moment. Yeah, we extend our deal. Excellent. So we're going to build a gateway over here. Get on over there. And I think that we should jump drive there, just to get here faster. So we're going to jump drive down to here. It didn't go. We're going to jump drive down to here. This is assuming they don't lose all of this territory, but even so, this is still a very important jumping off point for us. So that'll be fine. Admin cap coming up is always nice. We don't currently need starbase cap. Army damage will do. Okay, so the Orinoco is down over here, and we're going to begin construction on a gateway construction site right there. Fantastic. So that is underway, and that will eat up a lot of our alloys. That's okay. We are currently maxed on food. I'm just going to sell off some food here, and I'm going to... I hit the wrong button there. I'm going to buy in some alloys, and that price was not ideal, but it'll do. I just want to drive the alloy price up right now. I don't actually care about how much we're paying for it. That's fairly irrelevant to me, because I want to come up here to the Hokri station and make sure that these Farpoint class defense platforms are queued up. Excellent. And then there's the Central Processing Center, which it'll need additional work. We're going to work on that Star Fortress for now. Okay. So we're going to upgrade over here as well. That will be just fine. Let's check in on our colonies. It's been a bit. This Forge World here needs a job. Easy enough. Although I think we've got a reasonable balance here, but I'm going to continue working down the mining district for right now. We may want to drop the energy nexus off of here at some point. We're doing okay on that front. This mining world requires a job, and I'm just going to queue up all of those mining districts just to get that done. Excellent. So the Central Processing Station is going to take some time before it's good to go. And that will get attached to our gateway network here in just 75 days. That's wonderful. This all looks okay for now. How are these wars going? The Bellmakosins are...
The enemy is targeting one of our
pirates in Tanafir, huh? Rude! 9 days.
Initiating tactical retreat.
What timing, though?
Construction
Well,
complete.
suddenly a starport. And those pirates are kind of screwed. Okay. So, we're just going to chill up here, I guess. And they have ships heading in, but this is fine. Because we upgraded this, we won't have pirates over here again. We're going to come back over here. We're just going to jump drive in. We've got time for that. And it looks like they abandoned the gateway construction site, which I'm not a big fan of, but I guess we'll continue that. The Central Processing Gateway is done, and we will immediately begin upgrading the Tanafir station. Fantastic. So this will allow us to strike in other locations, in more useful locations. This is Boki Consciousness over here. I do want to check how these wars are going. So the Bellmakosins are done with the Bokian War, it looks like. And they're going to be done with the Euthonian War pretty soon. As far as the Yon Company goes, the attacker is currently winning in the Allied Interlink System's Holy Purge. But that's okay. Nanite Actuators just expired, and we're going to actually re-up that. I want that sweet, sweet research speed. Architectural Renaissance expired too, and we're going to re-up that one. Wonderful. And these guys are going to group up back at Seoul. That'll be fine. We'll get these grouped together. We're going to need a few more in our army, I think, but that's okay for now. Let's see. Gravitational analysis is the cheapest thing there, so we'll go for that for now. Not really prioritizing anything, although we probably should. But not too concerned about it right now. Right now, what we're really waiting on is these upgrades. As well, of course, as this construction site over here. So we are 20% done with that gateway construction site. That'll be fine. How are we doing with our upgrades over here? Okay, the Terrellum 3 habitat is now complete. Let's go take a look at that real quick. So that is over here, and we'll need to colonize that. Wonderful. And we can immediately queue up another one. And it looks like this would work. This molten world. Excellent. We should be pretty close to done with upgrading this ring world section, right? About 500 days. Okay, that'll be a little while yet. So we've got some time on those megastructure upgrades. That's for sure. I do want to get involved in these wars. I just don't think the time to strike is quite yet. I think we'll be better off holding off for just a bit. Now, when we go for the strike on the Allied Interlinked Systems, what kind of CBs do we have? We'd probably want to eliminate the Yawn Company immediately. And we'd want to bring them into the fold. That makes sense. So it's just those three, huh? The Yawn Company, which is inferior to us right now. There is... Well, that's rude. That shouldn't, in theory, cause any more issues. Excellent. So the Yawn Company is currently inferior to us. And the next question is, who else is in their federation? It is, of course, these two, the Athonians and the Tazikians. The Athonians are pathetic to us, and the Tazikians are inferior, but it's stale intel. I do want to attack them. I think that we can do that. The Yawn Company is definitely the one to go for. But maybe we wait until just after the Bellmakosa War ends. Maybe.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
I mean, any of these would be good. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and go after strike craft damage. That'll be fine. The big thing is, I want to be able to use this gateway up here in Tanafir. Everything else, I'm kind of ambivalent about, and I don't think it's necessary for this war. But I do think that the Tanafir gateway is necessary for this war. So that's definitely something to think about. But if we go for the Yawn Company, that will be a big shift in galactic power. That would be a power play right there. We'd have to be able to pull it off, but I think we could.
The conquest of a new world has begun.
I think it would be fine. So that is, I think, the overall plan. At this point, we are waiting for the Bellmakosa Enforcers to finish what they're doing. Okay, housing is going to be a thing here, so we... That's right, there isn't a housing structure on these. Okay, so we've got crystal mines with a planet limit of 5. That's a lot. We can put in a mineral purification plant. Well, this does give housing and miner jobs, but we're going to need housing for these structures out here. The real problem is that we can't build housing on habitats in building slots, which I think is a weird design choice, honestly. But okay. A single habitation district nets 8 housing. Wait, industrial districts are housing positive? And trade districts are housing negative. That's weird. We're going to put in an astro mining bay for now, and we're also going to put in a habitation district. And then we'll put in 2 more astro mining bays, I think. Remember, we can increase the size of those, and we might be able to build housing once we go to advanced habitats. We'll keep that in mind as well. So central processing is working away. And that's wonderful. But I definitely want to declare on these guys, and it will be, I'm pretty sure, just as soon as we are ready with this gateway construction site. We don't have a way to quickly get up here, which is a bit of a problem. Some of these other locations that are within our Federation, we're going to have a hard time defending. Like this out over here. But, that's okay. It's just the 3 of them. So the Athonians, the Yan, and the Tazikians. Gotcha. I'm strongly considering becoming the Crisis right now. I still say that the Bellmakosa plus the allied interlinked systems would be too much for us.
Construction complete.
And I'm not 100% convinced that we can take the Bellmakosa right now. Although I suspect we likely can. We'll get that upgrading to a Star Fortress. We are at 84 influence right now, and that is actually less than I was expecting it to be. Okay. We can build ourselves another anchorage to try to bump up our naval cap while we're waiting on this over here. And I think that's a decent thing to do. We'll go ahead and get started on that. Central processing is going to be done upgrading to Star Fortress here in just a couple days. So we'll give that a bit of a wait. But I'm very much thinking about making our power plays very soon. We fight a war against the Allied Interlink systems, get the Yan Company on our side. Then become the Crisis. Building on what remains of the ruined ring world in the Gamma Refuge system, our engineers have managed to fully restore one of its sections. The new biosphere had to be created more or less from scratch by our leading planetologists, but is now considered stable and ready for habitation. Excellent. Okay, so we'll get that upgraded to a citadel, and we definitely do need to colonize this. And we're going to work on upgrading this ruined ring section. There we go. Our Strategic Coordination Center is still a ways away from being completed. And we can also see that our stations are 56 to 58k in strength. It's not huge, but it'll do. Not huge at all, actually. However, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to think really strongly about going to war. The time is basically upon us, I feel like. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.